Welcome everyone, Clint Mallon here with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the Andis GTX-EXO, this is the new one, versus the JRL 2020T. Before I received both of these products, I had no idea what to expect. I knew they'd both be good, but I didn't know how big of a difference there was between the two, and I can't wait to share that with you. If you'd like to see how these stack up against something like a Gamma, Stylecraft, BaByliss, go to my website, clintmallon.com, look for best hair trimmers. If you start at the top of the article and go to the bottom, I think I've done 19 of them so far. They're ranked from 10 out of 10 down to I think about 6 or 6.5 out of 10. Neither one of these are a 6.5 out of 10. The purpose of this video is to help you out, it's to make your life easier. You know, we're all just here to share information, help each other out. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, you know, and leave a comment. If this video helps you out, please comment and just let me know what you think. If you agree, great. If you disagree, great. Please share that information. I know a lot of professionals love this product. They swear by it. I don't love it. I do love this. I know a lot of professionals have said this doesn't cut sharp lines out of the box. I don't know if this is a newer version. This product is absolutely amazing. This product is pretty good. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Let's see how they stack up, and please enjoy. Okay, so on the left, we have the Andis GTX-EXO, and on the right, we have the JRL FreshFade 2020T. This is the gold version. There's also a silver version, basically from here down, instead of it being gold, everything else is the same. It's silver, and this has a gold blade, while the silver one has a silver blade. The Andis has an MSRP of $165 on their website, and I found it on Amazon for $110.53 after tax, so this was roughly $110. The JRL has an MSRP of $110 for the silver version and $115 for this gold version. I found this on sale for $84.95 after tax on ProStylingTools.com, which is an amazing deal. This is less than $85. I also found the stand for this on the JRL website for $18. The 2020C is the clipper, the 2020T is the trimmer. The exact same stand works for both of them, so adding a stand to this is roughly $17, $18, $19 on the JRL website shipped to your house. This does not come with a stand, it doesn't come with guards, but an $84 product plus the stand, we're looking roughly $100. This does come with a stand, it does come with trimmer guards, usually $150, $160, but you can find this for roughly $110 after tax. So the GTX has a rotary motor, 7200 SPM, which is strokes per minute, not RPM. This does come with a lithium ion battery. It has a 100-minute runtime. I couldn't find anywhere where it says the charge time. This does come with a charging stand, which is one of the nicest charging stands I've ever seen. The charging port is a standard charging port, so that's not USB-C, it's proprietary to this trimmer. It does have a battery indicator, which is actually really cool when you flip this on. And also when you're charging it, those light up. I believe they blink, and when it gets full, they stay solid, which is a nice feature of this. It does come with guards. I believe there's 4 of them. The body is made out of plastic. It comes in one color, which is this black with gold and the blue light. It does have a gold blade. It does have a 360-degree skeleton design, which I personally think this is the ugliest trimmer on the market. I'm not trying to be mean, I just think that's a very unattractive trimmer, and this is probably the prettiest trimmer on the market. This looks like a piece of jewelry. Really, really pretty, in my opinion. I think this is awesome looking. But the 360-degree head on this, look at that. I remember the first time I ever saw a skeleton head. It was on the original T Outliner, or maybe it was a GTX, but it was the corded version, the gray one. And I looked at the barber and I was like, hey man, is your clipper broken? He goes, no, I just took a saw or knife of some sort and I cut that off. So to me, I just think that's terribly unattractive. It looks like it's broken. But you can see with this one, they finished it off and kind of gave it a polished design. But this is a very old design. The ergonomics of this, not very comfortable. It's really, really fat. I'm just not a fan of the design of that. And then the blade of this is the GTX-Z carbon steel blade. You can see it's gold. It is a deep tooth. Zero gapping this blade is an absolute nightmare. You do have to unscrew these two. There's nowhere where you can really do it from the front. And the way that the blade moves around, because these two little brackets and how they have this designed, it's one of the hardest to zero gap of any trimmer I've ever used. So the JRL has a superior quiet motor. It's extremely quiet. The way that this feels is absolutely beautiful. This is one of the quietest trimmers of anything that I own. I really, really like that. But they don't say anywhere on their website if it's rotary, if it's brushless. I don't think it's magnetic just because of the way it feels. If I had to guess, I would say it's brushless just because it's so quiet, very efficient. So as far as the motor, they say superior / quiet, which is very odd. This does run at 7,200 RPM, which is very powerful. You know, standard 6,800 to 7,000. So this is definitely a powerful motor. It's really quiet. This has no problem debulking. It has no problem setting beautiful lines. The power on this is definitely nice. I really, really like that. This has a lithium ion battery with a 2-hour runtime and a 2-hour charge time, which is roughly average. It does not come with a charging stand, but as I mentioned, you can get the base, the charging stand for JRL, on their website for $18. I got mine on sale for $16 and some change. The charging port on this is a standard charging port. It is proprietary. You can actually see the little metal hook, but as far as the charging port itself, that is a proprietary charging port. And with the stand, this just kind of pops right on. But this does come with a cable, which we'll get into here in a second. The battery indicator on this is one of the coolest in the business. I do really wish that JRL was maybe JRL vertically, and the J would go off, and then the R would go off, and then the L would go off, kind of letting you know when the power is high or low. But that's pretty cool. When you turn it off, it stays lit for a little bit, and it turns off. So definitely nice that has an indicator. When you're charging it, it flashes. When it's fully charged, it stays on full blast, which is very cool. This does not come with guards. The body's made out of plastic. This is kind of like a matte rubberized plastic, and this is like a shiny plastic. You can see the blade, but it's not metal. This is a plastic trimmer. This is also plastic. This does come in 2 colors. As I mentioned, you can get the gold like this with the gold blade. You can also get the silver one, which is silver down here, and the blade itself is silver, so there are 2 colors. This does have a 360-degree skeleton head. The shoulders of this are a little bit thick. Not a problem though. You can see that the blade is floating, so 360-degree skeleton is a yes for that. And then as far as the blade, this has a stainless steel T-blade with a cool blade technology. It does stay pretty cool. I don't know what cool blade technology necessarily means. This is almost the exact same head as a BaByliss Gold FX or Black FX or Boost FX, but it's a nice blade. And the trimmer guards for a BaByliss FX do fit this, which we're gonna get into here in a second. And if you're enjoying the video, I would like to ask, just give the video a like. It takes just a second to be able to press a like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna continue producing more of these videos. I hope you're enjoying this. The purpose of this is just to help people out. So please let me know what you think in the comments. So in none of my videos am I gonna do an unboxing. I personally don't enjoy watching somebody open a box and show me what's inside. I think it takes up too much time. Instead, I would prefer to just kind of move this out of the way and show you what comes with the Andis, and then we'll switch to the JRL. So as far as the Andis. So the Andis does come with a charging cable. You can see the circular charging cable, and that's gonna plug directly into the bottom of the trimmer if you don't have your stand on you. If you do have the stand, you can see it plugs in right there. And this stand itself is made out of metal. It's weighted. This is one of the nicest charging stands I've ever seen. Probably the nicest charging stand I've ever seen. One thing I don't like about it is there is a male piece here that has to work with the female here. So when you drop that in, if you're not careful, it doesn't just, you have to wiggle it to make sure that it's connected, which is not a big deal. You just have to be careful when you're dropping this in. Something like the Supreme Trimmer Vader, you literally just drop it because it has a couple metal prongs that meet up with metal prongs. That's what charges it. This is literally male to female. This does come with your oil. It comes with a blade protector for transportation, and it does come with 4 guards. So as far as an overall package, this is outstanding. They give you the stand, they give you the cord, they give you the brick. You do have oil, comes with trimmer guards. A+, good job, Andis. Okay, so the JRL does come with a brick and a cable. You can see this Charging port is standard, that's proprietary to this trimmer. So that's how that would plug in. If you do buy the JRL stand, this would plug into the back of the stand, and then you would just drop this onto the stand, which is an $18 addition to this product. I do wish that this was shipped with it. This is such a premium product in general that I think it should come with an $18 stand. It does have a screwdriver, comes with a brush, comes with oil. So this screwdriver, this blade protector, this acts also as the zero gapping tool. This is the easiest trimmer I've ever seen to zero gap. You can actually see that there's a little bit of space on the top and the bottom of the screw. So if I unscrew both of these and I just push this forward or I push this back, this blade moves around. So I don't have to deal with the bottom blade, the cutting blade. All I have to do is mess with the top blade. The way that this works, put that on, and they left a little bit of space. So you stick your screwdriver here and here, and then you just push this up against the plastic, and that is how you zero gap it. I didn't use this to zero gap it. It's so easy to zero gap without that, but I mean, it's cool that it comes with that. Very, very easy tool to zero gap. This trimmer is outstanding. I love it. So as far as what comes in the box, not a lot in the box. The product itself is so good that I can overlook all that. It doesn't have a hook on the bottom like the TPOB X, which I really like. This has the opportunity of being able to sit in a stand because they do sell a stand with it. Since it doesn't come with guards and because the blade is a DLC blade, you can actually buy the BaByliss professional trimmer guards, which are $16 on Amazon, and they fit this perfectly. Just like the TPOB Troll and the X, these fit perfect. So the fact that I can buy this on sale for $84, and then I can get a charging stand for $18, and then I can get some guards for $16. To me, this is the best trimmer I've ever purchased. It's my favorite by a long shot. It's really quiet. I love the light. I'm excited about getting the stand. I love the blade. I love the look of it. I think this is the prettiest trimmer out of all of them. Maybe the 4-mast Keon, probably close second place, but this looks like a piece of jewelry. It's absolutely gorgeous. The way it cuts, the way it looks, outstanding. So let's get into the comparison. As far as the design of both of these, I think this is the ugliest trimmer on the market. It's very expensive for what it is. It's old school, it's older technology. Look at them side by side. I think this is the prettiest trimmer on the market. That's kind of why I wanted to put these head to head. $110, $115, $165. Yes, you can find this on sale for right around the same price as this. I got a killer deal on this, but everywhere that I look, these are roughly $110, $115 after tax. So let's say this is $110, $111 after tax, $110, $111. They're the same price. I would never consider buying this when something like this exists. Listen to the difference in the sound. It's like, bleh, bleh. This makes a really funny noise. I don't like the switch being down here. I think this is much quieter, much nicer sounding. Oh my gosh, it's not even a comparison. I love having the switch on the side. That's natural. If I'm just cutting someone's hair, just flipping it, that feels normal. Look what I have to do with my hand when I'm holding this. Or I have to two-hand it. Oh, the way that sounds. So this is extremely fat. There's like a flat little bit of a tray here. This little piece of plastic right here. The way the blade looks like it looks like I could push on that and it would just kind of pop down. It looks broken. I actually had a friend of mine say, is that one broken? This looks terrible to me. Really not a fan of this at all. Look at the way this looks. Much, much nicer looking. As far as the blades, similar blades. You can actually pop this blade off, I believe, and stick it on this. No need to though. This is a fantastic blade. Charging port. Look at the cheap plastic on this. it just looks cheap. Look how much nicer that looks. It looks like a piece of jewelry. This does have a little hook. I don't know who would use that, but it's something. I do like the lights on this when it turns on, but I like this more. Much, much cooler product. I think Andis needs to step their game up. You know, between Wahl and Andis and Oster, those are the big three. This is the best product ever made by Andis. And I would say this might be the best product from all three companies. Look at what we're looking at coming from the big three. This is definitely not something I would purchase. I would not recommend this. It has problems when you're balding out. It bogs down. This is not a very powerful motor. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels in my hand. This is way too bulky. Look how big that thing is in my hand. Yikes. No thank you. And then something like this. This is just outstanding. I really love everything about this, especially putting on some sort of trimmer guard like this. You know, I can do my whole face. I can pull this off, trim underneath my neck, touch up my mustache. You know, if I want to keep my body manicured, this is a fantastic product for that. I personally give this, you know, a 9.5 or a 10. If it came with the stand that you can buy on the website, if it came with these guards, this is an easy 10 out of 10. This is the best trimmer I've ever used in my life. I love it. You know, the only things that might beat this are going to be your Stylecraft Flex, your Stylecraft Saber. This is a much better looking product than both of those, but they come with a ton of goodies. They're really powerful. They're very, very nice. They're quiet. I know the Flex is not so quiet, but the Saber is very quiet. The Gamma Cyborg might be better looking than this. It's all in the eye of the beholder. 4-mask Keon might be better looking than this, but as far as what I have, this is the standout product by a long shot. I really, really like this. No complaints about it at all. Really quiet, ergonomical. It fits in my hand great. The blade's great. I love that the guards fit. This is 9.5 or 10. Fantastic. This, on the other hand, I don't like it at all. Even if this was $60, $70, with everything that it comes with, I would not buy this. Once again, these are known to bog down. You know, while you're balding out, unlike a lot of trimmers, especially the JRL, the 4-mask Keon, those are just monsters when it comes to balding out. This does have an issue with that. It does set sharp lines, but you do have to zero gap it. And like I said, zero gapping this head is a nightmare. This is just not something that I enjoy at all. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, this is an 8 at best, and this is a 9.5, maybe a 10. I mean, for the sake of what I have, this is definitely a 10. I'd say this and the TPOB X are the two closest out of everything to being a 10. The thing that I like more about the JRL, this does not have a hook on the bottom, and there is an opportunity for you to be able to buy a stand and use it. So with the X, there is a hook on the bottom. There is no stand made for it. For that reason alone, I give this a win over the X. These trimmer guards do fit the X and they fit this, which is awesome. As far as the price, this is roughly $110. The X is also $104, and after tax, it's about $111. If I had to choose between the two, I'm buying the JRL. Right after that, I'm buying the X as the next best product. And then Supreme Trimmer Vader, I would get the Troll, 4-mask Keon. There's a bunch of products that I would purchase, and then this is like way over here, like out of the picture. I wouldn't even consider this. So final thoughts. The Andis, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I know a lot of barbers really love this. You know, this has been around for decades. This is just the newest version, like the 2.0 or the 3.0. I do like the light. I think that's pretty cool. I like the fact that this comes with a charging stand, which is a necessity. If you want your product to be the king, it needs to come with a stand. So this does, and it's a really nice stand. It does come with trimmer guards, which I think is a necessity for most people that aren't barbers. So that's great about this as well. I just can't stand how thick this is. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like this whole neck area. The blade's okay. I like the black on gold. Nothing wrong with that. Zero gapping this is a nightmare. Charging port is male to female, so when you're dropping this in the stand, you could drop it. There's a lot of things I don't like about this. I do not recommend this product. I think there are about 5, 6, no, not even 5 to 6. There's like 10 trimmers that are better than this. Stylecraft Flex, Stylecraft Saber, Gamma Cyborg, BaByliss Boost FX, the Gold FX, the Black FX, the JRL. TPOB Troll, TPOB-X, Cocco Pro BLDC. There's a lot of products that are better than this. The JRL, on the other hand, this is the prettiest trimmer I've ever seen. It's very quiet. Besides the 4-mass key on, this is the quietest trimmer I've ever held, used, looked at. This is extremely quiet. It's very powerful, 7,200 RPM. It looks like a piece of jewelry. I love how the light lights up when you turn it on. I love how the blade is a DLC blade, just like the BaByliss Gold FX or Black FX, Boost FX, just like the TPOB Troll and the X. I love the fact that these trimmer guards, you can buy them for $16, $17 on Amazon. They do fit on this, which is amazing. I love the fact that JRL actually sells the charging stand for $18. I wish this came with guards. I wish it came with the charging stand, but I found this for roughly $85 after tax. Add 16 to it, add the stand for $18. This is phenomenal. It's world class. #1 product I've ever used. I highly recommend you get this. Stay away from this. This is actually cheaper on their website by about $50 than this, and it doesn't make sense. This should be $160. This should be about $80. So in my opinion, that's the difference between the Andis GTX and the JRL 2020T. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more.